world is going in a crazy direction right now, but I never thought that it would impact dropshipping. However, there's a clear agenda to ban the business model, and it's worse than you think. And no, I'm not just talking about the TikTok ban, which yes, it probably will happen. It's even worse than that. So I'm sure you watch dropshipping videos pretty much every single day and you skip through them, and fine, soak up the information as quick as you can. But believe me when I say that you can't miss this video, because if you do, things will get really bad for you. So just for once, pause everything you're doing and listen, because we're talking about your future. First of all, I want to talk about the TikTok ban, which is heavily impacting dropshipping. However, this is only one of my 3 big concerns this year. But what does this mean for you? And should you be concerned on an even bigger level than just dropshipping? I'll get into all of that in a second, but before that, let's look at this article posted by The Guardian. The House of Representatives passed a bill on Wednesday that would require TikTok owner ByteDance to sell the social media platform or face a total ban in the United States. Now here's what you need to know about the bill, how likely TikTok is to be banned, and what this means for the platform's 170 million US users. As you know, TikTok is the biggest advertising platform and everyone is consuming it every single day. So hearing this happen is just super sad and also worrying me a lot. Now here's the thing, they want to ban TikTok mainly because something that has to do with China and the user data, you know, everything about privacy. Now TikTok says though that it would not share US users data with Chinese government. Now the problem is though that America is concerned about this, but the biggest issue with all of this is that if China does not sell TikTok to the USA within 6 months, it will get banned in the country, meaning tons of people will have to go back to 9 to 5. Dropshipping with TikTok is currently the biggest opportunity in the world. Teenagers are becoming millionaires in just a couple of months, and to be honest, it's super easy to make a ton of money with the platform. Truthfully, there's no options like it, and it gives the advertiser pretty much complete freedom of their creativity compared to Facebook's restrictive advertising policies. TikTok is also the go-to advertising platform for people with lower budgets, where they can create theme pages for their product and post their own content every single day and leave a link in the profile's bio where the customer can see your video with completely free traffic, head over to your website and make a purchase. Now, having this ban upcoming, dropshipping could literally just end. So there's only really 2 options, okay? And I think the second one is probably the most likely. Number 1, dropshipping dies. Facebook makes it harder for new advertisers to get in, and organic dropshipping dies as the platform will no longer exist. And what used to be a great business model is now completely dead. Number 2, other ad platforms start dominating and adapting, fixing their old errors to be able to compete. There's no secret that Facebook ads is really hated on right now because of their restrictive ad policies. However, with the potential TikTok ban, this allows Facebook to take their spot, and I think we're gonna see the ad platform take measures to become more user-friendly and better. And this is good for you. If you start learning Facebook ads today, you can be so ahead of the market, and you'll still have huge hopes of success with dropshipping because it probably isn't dead yet. Now, the second thing I want to touch on is much scarier than just a TikTok ban, because with such a situation, one can always adapt and find new ways to advertise their products, and that is the payment provider issues. Platforms like Stripe and PayPal are becoming much more restrictive with who they allow on their platforms, and this means that the average person won't even be able to capture payments anymore. At the moment of this recording, I have a banned Stripe account where I have tons of money that I can't even release, and my second account currently has a 25% hold, meaning that if I make $100,000, I'm only keeping 75 because 25% of it is on hold, and 25% is also my profit margin. And of course, with 6 years experience in the industry, I obviously have ways to work around this, but it definitely makes things a lot harder. Many providers are even requiring company documents just to get started. Stripe has already started this in multiple European countries, including the Netherlands. Now, my conclusion at this moment is that a lot of beginners will be wiped out, but to be completely honest with you, that's fine. If you think that dropshipping will make you super rich super fast and that it's super easy, you don't deserve to be in a business model, and you're probably the reason why these things are happening and why the business model gets such a bad reputation. See, the world doesn't have a problem with dropshipping. We've been doing this for years on years, but beginners scamming their customers, being completely clueless on how to run a business, and ending up having payment provider accounts full of chargeback, ending up in negative funds, puts huge pressure on the payment providers. And this is the reason to why the payment providers are getting so much more strict. So if you're worried and you're thinking about quitting, I would recommend you not to. It will still work, and I'm doing everything I can on my channel to help you do it. It's still one of the best business models out there. Now let's talk about a feature that makes people super rich with dropshipping super fast. That's only really going to be around for another 6 months so that you can capitalize on it right now and start making money. And sure, maybe you only have 6 months to do this, but that could give you a couple $100,000 in budget that you could later on reinvest into your business. That seems worth it to me. And this is the TikTok shop function, which if the ban happens will only exist for a few more months. Just look at my 2 students here who decided to partner up on starting a dropshipping store, and they made $10,000 each in profit, literally their first month using this strategy. And now just 2 months later, one of them made over $50,000 in just 1 month with this. TikTok Shop is a new dropshipping feature where your customers can purchase the products directly from TikTok without having to go through your website. This makes the sale 10 times easier, as there's not really any point in the sale where they could drop off. Now, starting your TikTok shop is super easy if you're in the USA or Europe. However, if you're outside of there, you might have to go through a little bit of a process starting it, but it should still be pretty simple and is definitely worth it. Now here you can see the TikTok shop homepage with videos that is literally the future of America, unfortunately. But you can go to shop.tiktok.com, you can get started right here. And as you can see, the function is right here, okay? People are making regular videos, and then they have the product here. You see this person is selling lemon flavored shower gel. So the customer can shop directly from your TikTok video, and this makes it so much easier. But let's talk about something much scarier than banning dropshipping. When it comes to the TikTok ban, many could speculate in this having something to do with the government wanting more control over you. As you know, TikTok is an app from China, and at the moment of this recording, anyone can post absolutely anything they want on it. We've previously seen attempts to remove certain influencers from the platform, but it simply didn't work, and TikTok is right now the #1 search engine for real information. I think that people are tired of constantly being lied to, and TikTok surely is exposing a lot of secrets as well as spreading a ton of misinformation too. Now the problem is this though, the USA says that TikTok needs to be sold to them within the next 6 months or it's going to be removed. Now if you think further about this, you will also probably question whether or not this has something to do with control. With TikTok we have complete free speech, maybe even to an extreme extent, which you could argue is actually too much. But this is about your future and your freedom, and you should be concerned when information sources are being regulated. It seems clear to me that they want TikTok handed over to get more control over the information that's being spread on there. And I guess many cringe dancing celebrities will have to go back to 9 to 5. But the question you probably have is all of this rumors or is it gonna happen? Now it's never easy to say, okay? But in my opinion, the best thing you can do is assume that it's gonna happen so that you can prepare and be ahead. Learn Facebook ads right now rather than quitting. It's an absolutely amazing platform that I use with pretty much all of my students, and many of them are complete beginners, yet we managed to get absolutely insane results. And the reason we can do all of this within just 1 month is because we have proven methods that actually work, that doesn't evolve around just spam testing, pretty much gambling to find a winning product. No, we follow a proven formula. Now if you want to be a part of my mentorship program for dropshipping, you can send me a message on Instagram right here. So if you're questioning whether or not dropshipping is dead, the answer is yes. To the average person who doesn't want to put in any effort and think they're going to get rich overnight. But if you're serious about starting a dropshipping business and you're willing to study and put in the effort, then no, it's not dead and you're going to make money. This will always be one of the absolute best online businesses out there, so get on board today. Don't delay anymore and don't let other influencers try to scare you away from it. Many trends come and go, but dropshipping has stayed stable for decades now. So that means it's simply just the best business model.